Hello, music collectors and those of you watching this on YouTube. I'm Tim and I'm resurrecting my series Tim Spins again. And on these videos I'll show what I've been spinning since the last video I made. I'll try doing them weekly, but I can't guarantee it with my health problems. And as you notice, I am doing this one in slideshow format. That's for several reasons. One of them's the big one is with my health, and then also Chris at Dixieland Forum, he knows that I use Linux on my computers. I've had it on at least one computer for over 10 years now. And he made a comment that he didn't really know of a good way to make them on a Linux computer. Well, I'm doing this one using LibreOffice Express, and I'm using some screencast software for Linux. And that's third reason is I'm trying out that screencast software because of ideas I have for some future videos. Well, with that said, let me start showing you what I have here in the albums. First off is Something Else again, which is from 1970 on Columbia Musical Treasure. It's a 2LP sampler for Columbia. It has several artists that were popular at the time. Okay, John Baldry, Everything Stops for Tea. This is from 1972 on Warner Brothers. The first side on this was produced by Elton John. The second side by Rod Stewart. This was one of the albums where he was good for getting back into music. Of course, everybody knows him as Hot One John Baldry. He does some. There are covers on here. A couple that I like are Seventh Son and Echo Echo. Okay, Linda Ronstadt, a retrospective. This is from 1977 on Capitol. This is mainly these songs are first from 74 and before that. It's a 2LP set. David Bowie, David Light. This is from 1974. Of course, he does all of his hits at the time, and then he also does a cover of Knock on Wood. That was before it was made into a disco song by Amy Stewart. The Music People. This is another sampler for Columbia. It's 3LP set on Columbia, and as you can tell, there's a lot of good artists listed there. Okay, Brewer and Shipley, the best. Brewer and Shipley. This is a 2LP set from 76 on Kama Sutra. Of course, it has a hit Won't Talk Over the Long, as you see on there, and he does so they do some interesting covers of All Along the Watchtower and Jackson Browne's Rock Me on the Water. Gallery, Nice to Be With You. This is from 1972 on Sussex. Of course, the title song was a hit off it, and so were I Believe in Music, which was written by Mac Davis, and Big City Miss Ruth Ann. Al Stewart, The Early Years. This is from 1977 on Genesis. It has all of it, or it has songs from his first 4 albums on this one, and in my opinion, they're all pretty good. If you like Al Stewart, this is an album to try to find. Next up, Focus Moving Waves. This is from 1971 on Sire. It has a hit Hocus Pocus on it. Okay, Justin Hayward, and John Lodge, Blue Jays. This is from 1975 on Threshold. Of course, they are two of the Moody Blues. They're the two whose first names start with J. That's how they got the name Blue Jays. They had a minor hit down here that made it to 47 on the Billboard Top 100 called I Dreamed Last Night. It's just a good album, in my opinion. A lot of people will agree with me there. Camo, Rain Dances. This is from 1977 on Janus. There weren't any hits on there, but it's a good progressive rock album, in my opinion. Brewer and Shipley, Tarkio. This is from 1970 on Kama Sutra. This is the one with the hit, One Toke Over the Line on it. Art Garfunkel, Breakaway. This is from 1975 on Columbia. It has the hits I Only Have Eyes for You, Breakaway, and the song My Little Town, which was done by him and Paul Simon together on here. Captain Antonio, Love Will Keep Us Together. This is from 1975 on A&M. Of course, it has the hits Love Will Keep Us Together and I Only Have Eyes for You. And they do some covers on here. God Only Knows, I Write the Songs, and Disney Girls, which Art Garfunkel also does on his album Breakaway. Henry Gross release. This is from 1976 on Life Song. It has the hit Shannon and Springtime Mama on here. Sean Cassidy. This has the hits, or I should say, this is from 1977 on A&M. It has a hit To Do Run Run, and That's Rock and Roll, and he does covers of Hey There Lonely Girl, Take Good Care of My Baby, and Be My Baby. Eddie's Getting Lucky, 1977 on A&M. No hits on here, but it's just an all-out good rockin' album, in my opinion. Okay, these last four have a story behind them. My wife, son, and I went to the library the other evening to get books. Well, this is a branch library of the main library, and with it is also a pie shop and record store. Well, we decided to get a slice of pie before the pie shop and record store closed, and after I had my piece of pie, I went and started looking through some of the records there. My son came over and he started looking through the $2 records, and he kept asking me if I have certain ones there. A lot of them I said yes, and there were 4 that I said I didn't have, and he set them aside and had me look at them after I got done looking, and he said, well, I'm going to buy these for you. And he's I'll let you know he's 26 and has a good job, so just him saying that made me feel good, because money's been tight for my wife and I lately. This first one here is the Marshall Tucker Band, Just Us. It's from 1973 on Warner Brothers. There weren't any hits on this one, but it's still a good Marshall Tucker Band album. Okay, the Marshall Tucker Band, Dedicated. This is from 1971 on Warner Brothers, and it had the mainstream rock, number 60 mainstream rock hit Silverado on it. Classic Lightfoot. This is Gordon Lightfoot. It's also known as Best of Gordon Lightfoot Volume 2. It has a lot of his earlier stuff on here. This is on United Artists from 1972. And the last one is April 1, live at the El Macambo. It's from 1977 on London Records. There's no hits on it, but it's a good rockin' album. I just enjoyed the full album here. It's good early April wine. Well, that's all I have for this time. I'll try to do another one of these in a week. Never know if it will be in the slideshow format or the regular live format. But until then, take it easy and keep on rocking.